carpi ulnaris, you're radially deviating with that. All right? If it's flexor carpi radialis, you're ulnarly deviating. You understand? Exact same test we learned last week or 2 weeks ago for last practical, except we're just adding in two different muscles. Again, the key is learn it at individual muscle names. So on the test or on the practical, I won't say, length test the wrist flexors. I will say length test flexor carpi radialis, because I got to get you to add in that ulnar or radial deviation. Okay? The second ones, so the second two are just as easy, just the opposite. We have the extensor carpi ulnaris and extensor carpi ulnaris and extensor carpi radialis. Same concept, we're in this position, so extension, supination, flexion, and I'm just adding in radial, remember radial going to thumb side, or ulnar deviation with it, okay? So it's a passive stretch. I want to have you do those as a team here in just a second, okay?
Is it same as last time?
What's that?
So if it's the ulnaris, you do the opposite?
Yes, always the opposite. Always the opposite. So if it's if you're length testing extensor carpi ulnaris, you're going to add radial deviation. If you're doing radialis, you're doing ulnar deviation. All right. Now this is where it's still the same exact test, but a little bit of difference. Now on these so far, how you could go wrong with this is, again, forgetting to do that. That's the big key. And then how you can go wrong with the wrist is including the fingers. So we want to make sure our hand is here or our hand is here. Now as we're moving further, now we're going to do flexor digitorum superficialis and profundus. And we're going to do the same test on both of these. So we're not differentiating between those two. So it's the exact same test. It's the exact same test as your wrist flexors. You're just adding in the fingers now. So where we've told you to stay off the fingers, now we're no longer telling you to stay off the fingers. So we're telling you now you're going to take the fingers and go like that. Okay? So we're adding in fingers. The opposite of that is going to be extensors. And we got extensors indici, digiti minimi, and extensor digitorum, right? So it would be this, and now I'm going to curl. Be careful on this one. This one sometimes hurts. I don't like this stretch. I'm tight here. So I curl her fingers down and then bring her down, all right? So it's a little bit different stretch. In this case, if you think about it, we're taking up joints off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 joints. That's a 5-joint muscle. So we say there's length tension problem when there's 2 joints. When we wrap them all up in 5, that kind of can sometimes really give a stretch, right? So I will probably say, hey, do extensor digiti minimi, but in that case, do them all together. You don't have to just do the little guy, right? Do them all together. So extensor digitorum, extensor digiti minimi, extensor indices, they're, for length test purposes, all the same, okay? But I'm going to not say finger extensors. I will pull a finger extensor out. So don't learn the highlighted finger extensor. Make sure you know these names over here. That's good for us to start knowing, hey, they're different muscles. It's not just one extensor. There's 3 different extensor muscles. There's 2 different finger flexor muscles, okay? So let's break up and do those.